Yes, people, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. As always, make sure that you lot are smash up the likes. Make sure that you lot are sub into the channel. Make sure that you're checking out man like CB. As you can see right now, people, CB is going crazy with all the streaming. I love the work rate. You know what I mean? I love the work rate. We're going to get this guy monetized real soon. You know, some of the things he's been saying online and that, I don't know if YouTube might demonetize this product. You know what I'm saying, people? But either way, make sure that you're checking him out. Make sure that you're checking him out, man. What are you saying, CB?
Bro, I'm good, man. I'm good, man. Let's bro. I've been stressed out with this week, and I can't lie. This Leeds situation's pissed me off a bit, man. Because I think we was actually picking up form, innit? And we know the games we've spoken about so many times. We know the games that we got coming up. So it's like, why are we dropping these points, bro? But FA Cup, man. I think I want that trophy. I won't lie. I want that trophy, bro. We got two trophies really to play for. It's the FA Cup and the Champions League, innit? So yeah, let's see, man. Hopefully, bro. How are you feeling, though?
100%, bro. Listen, I'm feeling the same as you, man. The other day, bro, like that's one of the most rattling results in a while, in a minute, blood. I just had to sit there, like palm at the end, and just look at my TV for a bit. I didn't even film my review straight away. I started watching the Man United game. You know what I'm saying, blood? But honestly, that's one of the results that
was the what sent me, you know, because I was relatively calm. Obviously, we're arguing with each other, like my boys that come on the show and that. So we're arguing during the watch along, but I'm calm. I'm letting them not really get into it. I saw the Sesko equalizer and I lost my head. That's when I was like, oh, fuck's sake. Because for a long time I was like, cool, at least they're losing to West Ham. At least they're losing to West Ham. We still gained the point, whatever. Yeah. That happened. Sent me to Mars, bro.
You know what? That goal, the way that man took that finish, I can't even lie. I just had to say fairs, bro. You know what I mean? TTM, I couldn't even hate on you, man. As much as I wanted you, man, to lose, and West Ham for the most part, big up Sarr, blood. You know, this guy, he was defending well, defending for his life, but that finish here was a world-class finish, bro. Like to get that, the way the ball came, because it was like the ball was about to hit the floor, bro. Man scooped it back up, yeah, got it top bins, nowhere near. No keeper's getting that. No keeper's getting that. The take was too much. The take was too much, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
like Sesko, I know he has numbers wise, he hasn't been the best, yeah, but you could see there's the player there in terms of talent. When the right things come together, bro, be a problem of a striker, especially in later down in his career. People forget how young he is as well. So deep into his career, he will probably clock like this guy is super. But what I will say about the game, yeah, and I know you won't say it, yeah, the Sassy was having a very good game, bro.
I just said it. I literally just said it, bro.
The Sassy, I can't lie, he was solid, man. He was solid, and it's annoying because I asked to integrate him back, bro. I said it. What do we have to lose, bro? Integrate him.
Nah, lie. Let's listen.
Why, but why though? Because the real issues with the Sassy, yeah, is because when he's been played at right back against Leicester, against Ipswich, it was right back shifts. Yeah. As a centre back, I'm not saying he was top class or whatever, but I remember that game against Man City, him and Colwell at the Etihad, bro. The box defending, he can defend in the box very well. So that's
what did you say? What did you say then? Do we play like, you know, staying by the box, or do we play with a little bit of a line, bro?
No, I understand. Don't get it twisted, but I'm looking at some of these defenders and I'm like, right, you like what is separating them from the Sassy? It's just not. He's just PR. His PR is just in the mud right now, bro.
Yeah, simple pace. It's a simple thing. It's just pace. It's as simple as that. If Sarr was quick, you could do something. But Sarr is, bro. Sarr is created for the West Hams. Yeah, the teams that are gonna sit back most of the time and they're gonna soak up pressure. The reason why he was so good against Man City, the reason why he was so good against Man City is because Poch went there and said, we're just gonna sit back most of the game, bro. That's why he looked so good. But if you've got man trying to play in the line, bro, like, he's a hazard. You know what I mean? You can't have Sarr having too much space behind him. Everything needs to be in front of him. You know what I mean? So that's what it is with him, man. Obviously, West Ham, they had 2 extra centre-backs as well, bro. So it helps him out a little bit more. You know, but we've got nearly 100 people here. So make sure everyone smash up the likes. Like I said, make sure that you lot are subscribing to CB. As always, make sure that you lot are checking out the sponsor, man. Jersey FC Soccer Shop. Don CFC at checkout, people. All the retro Chelsea kits are on there. I've got one on, so I'll stand up in a second, show you lot a little bit more, yeah, what it's looking like right now. But if you're not a Chelsea fan, I see Ian in here. This guy's always trolling me on the terrace. Big yourself up. He's an Arsenal fan. They've got Arsenal kits on there, bro. They've got United kits on there. They've got kits from everywhere in the Prem, and they've also got kits outside of England. So make sure that you're checking them out. But you guys can see, you know what I mean? This is the kit that they sent, man. Yeah, not bad. You know what I'm saying, bro? Not bad. I like this, man. I think this is from 1993. I think it is. This was before my time, people. Someone will know in the chat, innit? Someone will know in the chat when this is from, man. But let's get straight into it, CB. Let's talk about the game against Leeds first of all, bro. You know, because I saw a lot of people on the timeline saying it was a horrible performance, and you know, crashing it on the likes of Caicedo, and you know, once again Chalobah messing about, again Josh messing about. What was your take on the game, bro? Like, do you think it was a good performance? You know, do you think it was average? Do you think it was a shit performance? What was your take on the game, bro?
All-round performance, yeah. I think this is the best football we've played under Liam Rosenior. Especially in the first half. I think that first half was top, bro. I think we should have went out of that first half 2-3 goals up. If Palmer's decision making was better than two different instances in that first half, we're going in there 3-0 up. I think we were top. I like the in-game adjustments. I like the fact that Rosenior is telling Chalobah to tell João Pedro, listen, go into the offside position and then drop back in so we can build up through the middle and play through the middle. Him and Andre linking up so well. I think Andre had such a good game in terms of on the ball. I think that once again that was his best game in a Chelsea shirt. He was top. And then it's that all-round performance. Even Cole Palmer, I think this was the best we've seen from Palmer since the Bayern Munich in terms of all-round game. Decision making was
shit, you know. People were saying he had a shit game. I'm like, what? What are you not watching?
You know, what it is because his responsibility. He's a match winner. He had the opportunity to win the match. He didn't win the match. So to them, he didn't do his job. That's how that's how he's looked at sometimes. But all-round performance, I think he had a good game. He had little instances where you can criticize him for, like not passing when he was through a goal. If it was Pedro Neto, it's a different story. Stuff like that. But all in all, I think this was on the eye the best football we played under Rosenior. But that just goes to show all of these like people that were criticizing him prior. Oh, the performances are shit. Oh yeah, the results are good, but the performances are shit. There's cracks, this and that. It's not sustainable. Big up HM. It's not sustainable. All of this type of stuff, yeah. And then we were winning games. The moment we played pretty football that everyone wants to see, we didn't win.
They want results now. Now it's results.
Yeah, that was the results are important. Do you get what I'm saying?
We said this the other week. Remember we said this the other week? We said this, CB, you know? And man was like, nah, we need to be playing better. We play better, we drop points. It's now we need the results now. You can't win with these people, bro. You honestly can't win with these people, man. But you're spot on. That first half was, for me, the best football I've seen us play in a while, bro. Literally, CHM, big yourself up, man. It was pure champagne football. The overloading, bro, like the rotation, the fluidity, bro, the freedom, right? This little thing we've got going on right now, CB, where we're not starting a left winger and we're starting Enzo on that side. I know, you know, you were very much crashing Enzo when he first came, and you've calmed down. You know, last season you gave him his stripes, and now it seems like you're not really onto him like that, right? But he seems like he's actually gone up a level in terms of, well, in terms of his recent performances, they've improved a lot more with Rosenior for me, you know? And then obviously introducing Santos into the team, it just helps us so much with our balance, bro. It's as simple as that. Not just on the ball, CB, but off the ball as well, right? Because we spoke about last season, you were saying how, you know, the problem that I keep seeing right now, we keep leaving two centre-backs at the back, right? And Caicedo fighting for his life in the midfield. Bro, that was happening because Caicedo was basically playing as like a lone six, and then Enzo was the one that was going into the pocket. So when we lose the ball, you know Enzo's not the quickest guy, innit? He's having to get back, and then Caicedo's by himself, and then you've got Tosin and Chalobah at the back. Whereas now, when we lose the ball, we've got Santos and we've got Caicedo to sweep up. You know what I'm saying? Which means that we've got more protection for the likes of Enzo Fernandez, bro. So that first half, bro, honestly, that was some of the best football I've seen us play in a minute, man. Honestly.
Yeah, and it's a shame. And just what you said about the Enzo Fernandez situation, yeah, like what's helping him a lot and why you're seeing better performances from him is because he has somebody who's taking off the defensive responsibility. They're eating ground, winning duels, linking up play deeper into the pitch. That's what we were missing with Lavia not being available. This is what why Gallagher used to get so many minutes on the bench, because he needs an extra leg in the midfield to take that responsibility away from him. That's why you see the best of him in Argentina, because he's got the Rodrigo de Paul doing that for him as well. So I'm liking the fact that I'm liking the midfield three. My only con is we're playing all our midfielders every game. Like, that's what's a piss take. It's like, bro, hopefully Lavia's back in training. That's a whole separate issue. But I wanted to ask you about the second half, because we talk about the first half. Obviously, we got the penalty. Whatever.
Now, before we even talk about the second half, yeah. Actually, no, go. Actually, go. Ask me. Go on, bro.
No, what was you gonna say? I don't want to ruin the way you're planning your show, innit?
Yeah, no, I was just gonna talk about some of the chances that I'm seeing being created, bro. Before we talk about the negative aspect of the game, because I remember you jumping on Blue Diaries before, yeah, and I was backing you on this, and we spoke about this the other week as well, where you said, at the minute you're not seeing Chelsea creating a lot of clear-cut chances, and I literally agreed with you at the time. I said, bro, the way that we're playing right now and how Maresca's setting up with Neto and Garnacho in a lot of these games, bro, we're not seeing the best chances being created. And it's meaning now that our attack is being stale. We're having to depend on set pieces. People can say set pieces are part of the game, but I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I crash Arsenal with their set pieces when they're shit in open play. But if you're doing well in open play and set pieces are just part of adding more goals, I've got no problem. Whereas with us, CB, yeah, we were dependent on the set pieces. You get? It's like we're not really seeing much in open play. It's the set pieces that keep getting us over the line. It's moments that keep getting us over the line. Whereas now, bro, we spoke about this the other day. Against these 5 defenders, we are scoring goals. We are creating chances, right? That first half, the amount of chances that we had, CB, like you said, Palmer not picking out a pass. There was a moment where Pedro backheeled it. I don't know if you remember when he backheeled it to Palmer and he slipped. Yeah. There was a moment where Enzo clipped it to João Pedro. João Pedro fucked up the shot, right? You had who else in the first half had chances, bro? Enzo had a shot on goal as well, outside the box. Once again, poor decision making. There was at least 6 or 7 chances I can think of just in the first half, even away from the second half, even away from the miss, even away from the headers when Neto was crossing in the ball. We are now creating better chances in this team, bro. What do you think's actually allowing this team to create better chances, man?
I think there's not an emphasis on positional play. Before is the manager is. I watched his press conference. There's something that we've been doing on our channel now. It's just like watching his press conferences, because I said it already that this guy could talk a nun out of celibacy, bro. He's a slick talker, this gaffer here. I sat down. So we've been actually watching his press conferences. Big up Saraya. She asked a great question. She was like, how are you finding dealing with these back fives? Because this is something that they've had an issue with in the past throughout the season. Since you come in, we've got pretty good results against back fives. Palace, Brentford, XYZ. And he said, I think with the quality that we have in the final third in players like Cole Palmer, who I think is world class, João Pedro, who I think is world class, Estevao, who's an exceptional talent, Enzo Fernandez, who's a World Cup winner. These sort of players, I don't need to coach them in the final third. And my job is to get them in those areas. And at that point, it's up to them. Whereas the previous manager, the focus was on, you have to be on this area of the pitch. You have to be here, this, that. It was too rigid. You can't, there needs to be freedom of expression from a manager, And I think they're benefiting a lot from that, especially in the low blocks. Because like you said, they are talented players. João Pedro and Palmer are linking up with Estevao. And like these are top players. They're high IQ footballers. Of course, if you put them if you platform them to excel, you'll see quality there, and that's what's been happening lately.
100%, bro. And in addition to that as well, Joe, bro, just simply overlapping the fullbacks, bro. one minute I'm seeing Coco getting the ball on the right, CB. It manages to get to the left hand side, and Cuckoo's on the left hand side as well, blood. You get what I'm saying? It's like even in the first half, do you remember the chance Cuckoo created, the cross, the cutback, and then Leeds cleared it quickly? If anyone it's a goal. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like you can think of the game against West Ham, bro. The second goal we scored came from Gusto overlapping. The third goal we scored towards the end of the game again came from Gusto overlapping, helping out in the box, bro. Yeah,
Crystal Palace penalty that we won. Reece James overlapping. Yeah, exactly. You're right. And one thing I wanted to just add, you just reminded me now, about the role that Enzo's playing on this left-hand space now, is he's taken Rosenier's taken the responsibility of ball carrying and beating your man XYZ away from Cucurella, which isn't really his game. And I feel like the ball was on his feet too much sometimes with Cucurella. Now he just he's overlapping, simply overlapping, cutting it back. Overlapping, cutting it back. and that's that's the benefits of his game. I think Cucurella he's not a good crosser, but he can cut the ball back. His low crosses are great. His balls in the air are shaky, but in terms of just overlapping, beating a man on an overlap, low crosses, and he had multiple of those against Leeds. Dangerous ones. Very early in the game, he cut it back to João Pedro. It was a dead first touch for Pedro. Then he had another chance in the first half. He cut it back to Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez got a shot off of it. He's actually platforming our players on an attacking sense towards that. He's playing through their strengths, should I say? I hated seeing Cucurella trying to carry the ball. He's not a ball carrier. I hated seeing him just getting mad touches and all of that, trying to beat your man, and that's not your game. The overlap, one cross, that's your bag. And then on top of that, Enzo's creating chances and linking up play. This is something that we've seen throughout the season, where the winner against Liverpool at home, where he's broke the lines, the overlap for Cucurella goal. Same thing with against West Ham most recently. These are the things that Cucurella and Enzo link up very well in that the underlaps within near the box, breaking down these low blocks. That is you're playing to these players' strengths, and I think we've missed that, and that's why the chances are being created the way it's being created.
100%, bro. What Rosenior's starting to do now, he's starting to create relationships. You're right. He's simplified a lot of these guys' games. He's tapping into their strengths a lot more. He's allowing Enzo to get involved and build up a lot more. Enzo's not just waiting in the pocket, CB, like in the second phase, sorry, in the third phase, because that's what we used to get a lot with Maresca, where man's not in build-up. He's just waiting for the ball. You go check his game after, man's having like 35 touches of the ball. He might have scored, but he's not being as influential in the game because he's not touching the ball as much, right? Same thing as Cuckoo. Cuckoo's best role at Brighton was literally doing what he's doing now. Just overlapping and underlapping and whipping in crosses, bro. You know what I mean? Even now, I just had to go double check, how many chances he created in his last season at Brighton. Bro, he created 2 more chances than Reece James. And we know how good Reece was in terms of the creativity, the crossing and that for us lot. And Cuckoo, bro, before he left Brighton, he created more chances than him. He had the same amount of chances created as Robertson, bro. Yeah. The only fullback that created more chances than Cuckoo was Trent. Yeah. And we know how cold Trent was. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's another avenue of scoring goals that is added, the overlapping fullbacks. Even with the third goal, what game was that we scored where Cuckoo cut it back? It was Wolves. Remember the goal we scored against Wolves, CB? Yeah? When Cuckoo was overlapping and he cut it back to Palmer for the hat-trick.
Against Wolves? Yeah.
Hat-trick. That was Cuckoo. Yeah. So again, that's the little relationships, the triangles that I'm seeing being built on the pitch. But again, this guy was a criminal for just leaving Santos like this on the bench, you know. Like, Mama really trying to gaslight me, CB, talking about, he's not ready for the system. You know what I'm saying? Look how we played against Leeds, as if most of the team against Leeds weren't dying out there, bro. Yeah. We got to give it a bit more time. This system is very much advanced. He can't play in it yet. I'm like, bro, you've got a guy right there who was literally in the team of the season in France, and he can help our team right now so much. And you're just leaving man on the bench and giving him no confidence. Hato, no confidence, bro. Yeah. Imagine now, you know that game that Hato had against West Ham, bro. I'm telling you, with that old manager, bro,
we would have lost him for 3 months.
We're not seeing him for 2-3 months. He would have been locked up in the jail cell, bro. He would have been locked up.
Hey, bro, but let me play devil's advocate here.
Yeah.
Because I like to, my whole thing is accountability always, bro. We keep the same energy for everyone. Obviously the Arsenal game, I saw him play the lap right wing. We had 3 wingers on the bench. I think that's criminal. If that was Maresca, we would have drew him out for that. Now, in regards to Josh starting at centre back, if that was Maresca, we would have grilled him for it when we just recalled Mamadou Sarr. I understand this. I accept the positive things that have changed, the differences. We can highlight the differences from him and the next man, but we have to also I don't want to not act like this guy's been completely perfect. We've had a lot of first halves that he's gotten wrong. I think that he's a manager. He's a 45-minute manager so far, and it's not solely his fault. I think he coached a good game against Leeds, but he's a 45-minute manager. First half against Leeds, first half against Wolves. So I'll say first half against Crystal Palace, even that was a bit shaky, but I'll say second half against Crystal Palace actually. Second half versus West Ham. Second half versus Napoli. Second half versus Arsenal in the first leg. There's many games. Brentford first half. There's so many games where it's like you're showing us what your system is for 45 minutes and the levels drop off. I remember him coming in and saying the intensity plans for a high intensity game and he wants the intensity to be high with the type of football he plays, and maybe they just can't sustain throughout 90 minutes. I don't know. Maybe they've got a lot of legs football in their legs right now from the Club World Cup and they just can't sustain those levels. I don't know. Yeah. But that's a conversation that needs to be had when it comes to him. Why can't we play for 90 minutes?
No, you're right. Again, listen, I'm not expecting... The reason why I'm being more lenient right now in terms of, the performance is not being perfect for a long period of time, CB, is because he just came in, bro. It's as simple as that. He just came in. If you deep it, we've had a lot of football this month as well. Like from January going into February, I think we've played the most games, innit? Correct me if I'm wrong. The chat will probably know, yeah? We've played a lot of football, right? I didn't even know that the Leeds game was on Tuesday. Yeah, when man was saying we've got a game before Hull, I said, against who? I checked. I'm saying, we've got Leeds on Tuesday, bro. And then we've got Hull on a Friday. And that's why I'm happy that these men have got a rest between Hull and Burnley. I think there's an 8-day break. You know what I mean? Because even me, I need to take a little breather from the net. I need to just, go pattern some other things down. You know what I'm saying, bro? But I'm telling you, like, for me, how I look at it, CB, even though, he made a mistake against Napoli starting the 3 centre-backs, what I can respect is that he rectified his mistake. He wasn't stubborn to say, I fucked up, but we're going to win my way. He said, I fucked up and I'm going to change it to make sure the team play better, right? I can respect that because it's like, at least man's got self-awareness of his problems. Because you get a lot of managers, CB, I'm telling you, bro, they will see something's going wrong and they'll keep playing the same thing for another half an hour and then they'll try to change things in the last 15 minutes and then you drop points, or you lose the game. You know what I'm saying, bro? So it's like, I like how proactive he's been in certain things. Like I said, bringing on an extra centre-back against Brentford. He did the same thing against Napoli, bro. Gittins came on, he took man off. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing Iceman right now saying our defensive structure looks bad under Liam. That's my biggest issue. I don't know if it looks if it looks bad. In all honesty,
we're leaking goals. Look, I'll be honest,
the type of goals that we're conceding, though, CB, bro. Look, let's go through the goals, bro. Palace was a fucking corner again, Wolves was a corner again. Right,
that's not good things though. This is a set piece issue. This is something that we used to talk about the Spurs manager about the conceding through set pieces.
Yeah, but even when Maresca, bro, this season we haven't been great at defending corners, bro. We haven't. Last season we was. This season I don't know what's going on with our corners. We're not defending corners well. And then the other day, Iceman, bro, I can't blame Rosenior for Caicedo diving in when there was no need to dive in. I can't blame Rosenior for the clownery defending on the second goal because he clearly coached a game where we should have been outscoring Leeds by 3-4 goals, right? I can't blame him for these sort of things.
If we're talking about Leeds alone, I completely agree with you. I think that I can't put that on defensive structure. I agree, but like for example, Napoli, you went in there with one centre back, bro. That's mad. For CC, that's not his game. That's mad. We got punished there. 2 goals conceded. First half against West Ham. The Hato was being made to invert, and then through him being made to invert, he's getting like you put Garnacho there. We know Garnacho isn't a winger that's tracking back, or his defensive awareness is shown us many times that's not his game. So you've put Hato inverting and Garnacho with the responsibility to defend, and we got punished 2 times, 2 goals conceded. Through that, that's 22 goals conceded in 45 minutes. The Crystal Palace one, set piece. Wolves, set piece. Obviously, Leeds is shaky. And obviously, Brentford, we went through it a bit as well at home. We were lucky to get the clean sheet. I'm not onto Rosenior, by the way, at all. I'm just being objective with how we're going to judge it. In terms of this, I do think we are conceding a lot of stupid goals. A lot of the goals we are conceding lately have been individual, like, stupidity. It's pure stupidity, and I think it's coming through. We're being too complacent. It's either we're complacent or we're knackered. That's the only thing I can think of in my head.
It just could be a lack of quality, bro. Like people need to realize, bro. There's never with the ball thing, there's never just one reason as to why. Because you can argue, oh, this guy did this because he's not good enough, but then you can also say, and as well as that, bro, he's got the energy, like CB has said. As well as that, bro, lack of concentration, right? Because as much as football is a physical game, it's also a mental game as well, blood. You have to be able to concentrate for long periods of time, especially in the Prem. This is the Premier League, bro. I don't care if you're playing the team who are first or the team who are 20th. These are Premier League footballers. You have a lapse of concentration, they will punish you, right? They will punish you. You know what I'm saying? And for me, Iceman, right now, yeah, you can say that we look a little bit more open, but bro, the what's the word I'm looking for, bro? The output that we're getting in terms of the goals scored right now, we are scoring goals, bro. Like, we went through a period where we were just so still. You know what I'm saying? I like the fact that we're a little bit more open. I like the fact that we're, you know, taking more risks, because now it's actually leading to better results. It's actually leading to more players improving. You know what I'm trying to say, bro? You know, so this is what I'm saying. It's very important that we have Caicedo playing with the likes of Santos, right? To help sweep up when we lose the ball. You know what I mean, bro?
I'll be real, yeah. One thing I like, and you guys can crash me for this, it can be a terrible take, it is what it is, yeah. I think, yeah, in terms of attacking wise, I'm liking the fact that these players are being platformed, and the way they're being platformed is reminding me of Pochettino, bro. Where he's letting the attackers express themselves. You're seeing them linking up. The confidence João Pedro has, this is like Rosenior does something very good here, yeah? And it also, the man management is something that reminds me of Poch as well. He's publicly praising this guy. This guy's world class. This guy, I saw a player in him from when he was at Watford. I can see his game, like things that I'm always. João Pedro did the interview with CBS, and he's saying, "Yeah, I'm always in the manager's office. The manager's always calling me into the office to see new things, this and that." Rosenior himself saying, "I think João Pedro's tired of seeing my office because he's there so much." When you put your arm around a player and you're telling them, "I believe in you," you can see the thing. Look at the things that João Pedro's attempting against Wolves. He tried an overhead kick, fam. Like, he's just like, the confidence is through the roof, and then you can see in the way he's playing. And I think he's doing the same thing with Palmer. He's constantly saying, "This guy's world class. Without Palmer, we're a different team. We need somebody like him." This and that, and you can see the performances are picking up. Whereas we had managers in the past, that told these guys they're not good enough to compete for a title when they were in title conversations. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like you need that. You need a manager like that can just, like, you can put your arm around them and they can put your arm around you and boost you. And I think that man management is akin to Poch. Yeah, exactly. The best thing Poch could do is coach attacks. And I think we're seeing that. Even the fact that we know when we need a goal, yeah, this is a feeling I haven't had in a long time in regards to Chelsea, yeah. We know we need goals, or we need a goal. I have faith in this system that we'll get a goal. Even when the lead situation is happening and the clock's ticking, I'm like, there's a chance here for us to score. If goes in, but we all have that confidence as a fan base that, it's a remontada thing. We can get back. And that's why the Arsenal game put me off as well, because we abandoned our principles for that game. But another topic. But no, you can see it in the players. We have faith. We know we can score goals. We need 2 goals. No problem. We'll get 2 goals. Fuck it, we might even get 3. I like that, bro. We haven't had that in a long time.
I like that, bro. I'm telling you, Iceman. And the thing is, Iceman, you make some fair points. Like, obviously, you know, defensively, we're a little bit more open now. Again, I accept that, bro. But when you even go look at right now, when you go look at let me show you the goals conceded in the Prem CB, because again, the theme of today is, why do Chelsea concede so many avoidable goals, right? And for me, a big reason why is we're just lacking quality back there. We'll talk about Caicedo more as well, people, but the likes of Josh, I've spoken about Josh many times, because Matisse is a guy that waxes lyrical about Josh, and I'm like, listen, I like Josh, I rate him, I can see the potential, CB, but I see the youth in him a lot, bro. You know what I'm saying? I still see the youth in him. I still see, man, making mistakes. Like, I remember when Semenyo done man up, you know what I mean? In this game, to make a decision, bro, like Brighton, like when he had the ball, and instead of just clearing it again, trying to be pretty, in this game, right? Sanchez is literally in his goal. Like, why are you leaving the ball for him to come and get it? You just clear the ball, bro. You know what I mean? But these are things where with more game time, he will iron it out of his game. You know what I'm saying? But before I even ask you your take on Josh, this is the goals conceded. Yeah, this is goals conceded in the Premier League.
I'm zooming a bit. My eyes are bad, you know. I'm always squinting and shit.
Let me show you, right? So I'll show you like near the bottom, because we're like, we've actually got
one of the 16th, best. I see, yeah. What's that?
No. We've got the joint 3rd best defense, joint 4th best defense. Sorry, with Sunderland.
Okay.
Sunderland get that. So there's only there's only 3 teams that have a better defensive record than Chelsea this season, bro. Yeah. Arsenal, of course, Man City, Villa, and Sunderland. And we can go through so many games, so many examples. I don't know if you've seen the compilation of the goals conceded, CB. It's just pathetic goals, bro. They're just pathetic goals to be given away, right? And we still have the 4th best defense as it stands. Yeah. So I think man are overdoing this thing about our defense is wide open. Bro, it was worse with Poch.
It's a different system, you can argue, bro. It's a different system. For like a lot of like we can say what we want about Maresca, yeah. But Maresca's defensively, we were actually all right because we were dominating so much of the ball. We did get found out in transition a lot with the back 2. Fair enough. Like that we did get found out in transition a lot. But a lot of this, like remember Maresca left us, I'm sure we had the 2nd best defense in the league. So even the fact that we dropped off the 4th, it just shows that his system was keeping us a bit more solid defensively with the shit defenders that we have. Now,
yeah, I hear that to an extent, but I'll be honest, even with that system, I still saw mistakes at the back, bro. I still saw these things. No one's gonna gaslight me and act like these mistakes are only happening now. We were seeing it with Maresca. And that's where I'm looking at the quality of these players, bro. That 2nd goal that we conceded. Why is Chalobah trying to do up kung fu, bro? Jet Li and that. Why are you trying to jump up and bring the ball down in the air, yeah? When it's such an easy way to bring the ball down, yeah? There was like 3 or 4 of them surrounding the player. Why is that not being dealt with, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like
this is fundamentals. This is defending 1-on-1. You get taught at any level that you play. I wasn't even a defender. Man's a striker, bro. But you get taught you're not supposed to let the ball bounce. That's already number 1. In those areas there, you're not supposed to be letting the ball bounce. Anyway, the fact that that's even happened is mind games in itself. Then on top of that, before we even get to that situation, yeah, Hato, we're doing the man-to-man press. We're doing the man-to-man press that Kukurea does with Hato. Hato has an opportunity to either engage in the press or drop back. He hesitates for at least 2 seconds, which is a long time in this move. He finally decides to commit to the press. They play through him straight away. Yeah, these men don't play, so that's nothing. They play through him straight away. Now, cool, the ball's in the air. You have to make contact with the ball. How many times have we seen Trev in these sort of aerial situations where he's getting moved to? Similar situation against Manchester United away, where he's gone in. The moment that you commit to those type of duels, you have to win them. If you're not winning the duel, if you're not 100% sure you're winning the duel, you don't commit. That's how it goes. He's done this so many times. That's what happened now. Then we even get to Caicedo, and when he's pinning down Josh. Caicedo and Andre are just ball watching, similar to the Sunderland game. Ball watching. No one's engaging. I don't understand that. And then Josh is now in a situation where all he has to do is clear the ball. I've noticed something about this particular squad, yeah, and I don't understand this. Since when, yeah, I feel like they're being coached this because I've never seen something like this before. At what point, yeah, did clearing the pool just not become a thing? Kick it into row Z. Why is that not a thing anymore? I've seen so many mistakes this season this defense have made where they have the opportunity to just get rid of the ball, and I don't know, it's like they're trying to build up again. Let's play from the back. Let's build up. Just get rid, bro. If it's a corner, if it's a throw-in, say no more. At least the attack's died. What are you doing with and it's not solely Josh. I've seen this happen throughout countless times this season, and I don't understand why this keeps happening. I don't know.
Maybe to them, bro. Maybe they want to go check their accurate passes at the end. Yeah. Do you realize that you get fucking ratings for clearances, bro? You know what I'm saying? When I'm watching Arsenal and I'm watching Gabriel and Saliba, brother, these situations, the ball's just getting booted, bro, and they're gonna get everyone back into position. You go again, right? Because let's talk about Caicedo, CB, because Caicedo's been a big talking point this week. I'm seeing people saying some crazy things, yeah? It was just the other day against Wolves, man, were loving him off. Now I'm hearing since the Arsenal red card, he's been poor, which I don't agree with. I think he's dropped down a level. I wouldn't say
levels have dropped, I think, still since then.
He hasn't been as influential, but you need to remember, he's got an additional player next to him now who is playing a big part in the build-up. So, of course, Caicedo's not going to be as influential because he's just not getting the ball as much as he was before. You know what I mean? Before, everything in the middle was going through him. Now it's going through him, going through Enzo, going through Santos. You know what I'm saying, bro? So Caicedo's not being as influential as what he's been, right?
But in regards to influence, wouldn't you say Caicedo's influence is measured more so of his game off the ball, not on the ball?
Nah, man. I think you got to look at both things. You got to look at things. But you got to look at what he does on the ball and off the ball. I'm not gonna say, Caicedo, you're a DM, you play as a DM, so that's all I'm gonna look at. I have to look at how you are.
100%. I agree. He's good on the ball. You can look at those things, but when everyone judges Caicedo's influence, it's more so his work off the ball in terms of winning duels, XYZ.
It's class. It's class, bro. And listen, for me, a lot of people are saying he lost us that game. Yeah, like Reaper saying Caicedo lost us the game against Leeds, bro. People are saying he swung the momentum. I hear it. Like during that period, Leeds had like 10-15 minutes where they were trying to do something, right? But I'm sorry, the way the game swung, it wasn't like Sanchez now started to get panned, CB. Yeah, I can't blame Caicedo for man failing to clear the ball. I know Caicedo was part of that situation, but he wasn't the only one, right? If Sanchez started to get pammed and now we're being run through, then I can say the game completely changed. We conceded 1 goal. We were still in control of that game, bro. All we had to do was see out 5-10 minutes of a little bit of pressure. You get your foot back on the ball, right? And that's where me and CB are both saying, you clear that ball, you relieve that pressure away from the goal. I'm telling you, CB, we don't concede that second goal the way that we did. I reckon we win this game 3-4-1. That's just my opinion. I reckon we win the game 3-4-1. Because when Neto came on, I thought he was very good off the bench. You know what I'm saying, bro? I thought he was very, very good off the bench.
I think we're skipping steps, though, bro. Let's actually, because remember, we're 65th minute in. We're 65 minutes into the game. In that situation, I don't think, with the fact that, firstly, your goal side of him, as in Caicedo and who was it, Niemcha, whoever the fuck, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Your goal side of him. Now, in front of you and in front of him is Trevor Chalobah, who's in a good position that you don't have to make challenge for that duel at all. And once again, is what I said with Trev. If you're going to commit to that challenge, you better fucking win that duel, bro. And even then, I don't feel like you needed to. That was just pure, like, it was rash. It was just rash.
He done the same thing against Bayern. He done the same thing against
Bayern. That's exactly what I was about to say. This is an issue that's happening now with his game, where we know you're world class. Like, you're a world class player. You're talented. You are one of the best in your position. In terms of winning the ball, you're so good at it. But we can also acknowledge the fact that you have been way more rash lately. The one thing about his game that was so top was the fact that his success rate in winning duels was so good. Even when it looked like he's not going to win this duel, he's winning the ball. You're thinking, oh my god! In terms of a ball winner, he's one of the best that in the game right now. But he's moving so rash. He did not need to make that challenge, and that's when the momentum shifted in that sense, where you've given the penalty. Now it's game on.
Okay, game on. I agree with that too.
And then now for the second goal. He was in the crime scene. You was ball watching when he's pinning off Josh. All you had to do there, him and Andre. But I'm all onto you because this is your game. So at the end of the day, Andre, I'm not onto Andre because I think this was the best game Andre's played in a Chelsea shirt. I think he was class. I genuinely think he was, and he surprised me with how good and tidy he was in the ball, especially in the first phase. I didn't think that he had as much of that in his game than he showed.
You remember him in pre-season. You're forgetting him in pre-season. I couldn't believe this stupid manager, that Poch pussy, decided to loan my man and then go get Leslie because of height, bro. Yeah, I was fuming. I said, yo, Santos should be staying here next season. I remember that first game we played against Liverpool. We had to see Gallagher, Carney, and Enzo in the midfield, bro, that game. Yeah, because we decided to just loan out Santos to Forest. I think it was to Forest at the time, bro. He's been like this. This is how he plays when he plays in that position, bro.
But yeah, generally Santos surprised me how well he's performed. So I'm not really onto him. But in the second goal, he was ball watching. If he engages there, then I don't think we talk about an equalizer. So for both of the goals, you're in the crime scene. The first one is solely your fault. Well, obviously, Trev should have won the duel. You could argue that, fair enough. No, that one there was Hato, actually. That was when was it Santos, actually? It might have been Santos when the ball mistimed the run and he's cleared it, and then it's gone to Caicedo. Yeah, so there. But I was saying you should have not engaged in that for the penalty, and that changed the momentum of the game because now it's game on. Then for the second goal, you're at fault. But I wanted to have a conversation because this is like I've issued a challenge to our world-class players, to Caicedo and Palmer especially, considering the running that we have coming up in the next 2 months with Arsenal away, Villa away, Newcastle, Man United, Man City, Liverpool, Spurs, Sunderland away. That this is in hopes to get Champions League football. I've given these men a challenge, yeah. From now on, I'm not calling Caicedo or Cole Palmer world-class players until they can give me 10 games in this run-in where they show me world-class levels. I don't like the fact that as a fan base, we keep babying and shielding these men. We know their talent, I understand. But every time these men don't perform, there's an excuse. Oh, it's this, oh, it's that, blah, 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 it's the manager, it's the system, it's this players do. We have so much energy for the players that we all know we don't rate. There's so much energy for Neto. There's so much energy for Delap. There's so much energy for Garnacho. Look at the players that are supposed to lead us to these wins. At the end of the day, the Caicedos, the Cole Palmers, we're giving them these labels and titles, and we're not asking for anything. We're not demanding anything in return. At the end of the day, we got to hold these men accountable. If you man can't show up for 10 games on a bounce at a high level, especially during the business end of the season, I'm not calling you man world class no more. I'm done with that, bro.
Yeah, that's fair, man. That's fair because you're going to look at your best players, your most experienced players, because people going about, oh, we haven't got experience. Some people still banging that drum. Bro, Caicedo's quickly got over 100 appearances just for this club, right? Man's going into his 4th season at Chelsea next season. Same thing as Enzo, right? These are your guys that you're looking at as your experienced players. They're young, but they're experienced, bro. You know what I mean? And we rate them to a very high level. Like me, I still believe that Caicedo is world class as well. You know what I'm saying, bro? But you're right. He needs to pick it up. And everything that everyone's saying in the chat about him being rash and him messing up for the first goal, I agree with you lot. But at the same time, CB, yeah, do you think that people are doing a bit too much in terms of overly crashing Caicedo? Because let's be real, this brother, yeah, like if he was a bar of soap, it would literally be just a little bit of soap left, right? Because we have once again got zero cover for this man, bro. Asugo was brought in, and Asugo hasn't played a single minute in the Prem, which ultimately means Caicedo plays every game. Him and Enzo play every single game. And then people are going to say, oh, he got a rest when he got a red card against Arsenal. Bro, Caicedo's been playing all from last season, yeah? All through the summer. We had no preseason, yeah? He's there week in, week out. Don't matter what game we're playing, he's there week in, week out, right? And people can crash him. Reaper, listen, I'm not saying people can't crash him because they rate him so highly, but I'm seeing some wild takes. People are like, oh, Cancedo's never been this good. People are trying to come for me now about my Kante take.
No, like, but there's that's just, we need to remember the team we support, bro. We're like Real Madrid fans in the sense where it's like, we love you, then we hate you. Like, yeah. we do that. Like, there's obviously going to be them type of people in our fan base that do the most, yeah? Even me saying I'm holding these men accountable for calling them world class. I'm giving them 10 games to show me, to prove to us as a fan base that they're world class. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, who holds the most corn when these lot drop their stinkers? It's us, man. It's us as a fan base. We look like the stupid fan base that are gassing Caicedo and gassing Palmer up, that they're this and that and that and that. And when the world's watching, they're nowhere to be seen. The whole world is Bayern Munich, the biggest stage. We're back in the Champions League. You've given away a penalty. The whole world is watching against Arsenal. This is the opportunity for us to make a statement. We just beat Barcelona 3-0. You get red cards. These sort of things is that then it comes back to us as a fan base. Look, you man are gassing these players. Them man are getting paid regardless. Them man are still getting paid. They're getting their 150 bags a week. They're going to their yards. You know what I'm saying? They got the blue tick on the ground next to their name. They're governed. They got their sponsorship. Man are governed. It's us that look stupid. So as a fan base, we need to hold these men accountable. Give us 10 games. Prove to us that you're world class. Prove to us that you're world class. And just another thing to say, yeah.
Go.
Go respond
Yeah, I was going to respond. I changed my take on this, bro. Like when I deeped it, I said, nah, Palmer's world class because I think he's the best 10 in the world. So he must be world class, bro. Like I don't think there's any 10 that's better than Palmer. He's world class for me, bro. He is, man. Caicedo's world class as well. But go carry on, CB.
Just what you said about he's played so much football, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Vitinha, right now, yeah, plays 90 minutes every week, 2 times a week. He's only missed 1 game in the league, yeah? He's made 20 appearances in Liga. they've had 21 games. He's only missed one game. He was at the Nations League in the summer. Then man had mad football. He was at the Club World Cup 2, played in the final 2, had mad minutes. The level stayed the same. There's not been a drop off. There's not been
Do you watch him every week? Do you watch him every week?
I watch PSG.
I watch PSG every week.
I only don't watch PSG if they're playing at the same time as Chelsea. I watch PSG.
Yeah, I can't really speak about Vitinha because I listen, people, I'm not gonna act like I watch them Bears because I don't. I watched them against Marseille and they smoked them, but I haven't even watched more than 10 games to really speak about that. But listen, every player is different, man. Like, listen, the way Caicedo plays his game is similar to it's different to Vitinha. Sorry, Vitinha's more, slow tempo on the ball, keep popping it about rather than really getting involved in duels, clattering, man. They're different players. Caicedo and Vitinha would work well together, right? Because they're a different profile, yeah. But we got TTM, as he says, we've got over 300 people here. We haven't even touched 100 likes, people, man. Make sure that you lot are smash up the likes. Make sure that you lot are subbing to CB. You know what I mean? Every Thursday, next Thursday, I'll be back on his channel. Actually, no, we need to talk about that because I'm going to be at a shoot somewhere. So we'll organize another day, innit? But the next show we'll be on CB's channel, people, yeah. But I think right now, for me, listen, the best players in the world are gonna have drop-offs, bro. Like, that's just natural. If you're now gonna say, oh, Caicedo's no longer world-class and that, you can do all of that. But for me personally, he has showed me enough that he is a world-class player, and we have to support him through this period. This is what we are. We are fans, bro. People, forget what the role is of a fan, CB. Yeah, he is our player. We support him. He will get out of it and he will start to play better. Let's not forget about all the things that this guy's done for us, bro. Yeah, let's not forget these things.
No, I'm not. That's the thing I want to make clear. I rate Caicedo very highly. I think he is, in terms of his talent, a world-class player. And the same thing for Cole Palmer. I rate these guys. They're my favorite players in the team. But I don't like the fact that we scapegoat the shit players that are role players. I think of it like I don't know if you watch NBA, bro. If there's any Americans in the chat, bro, like what you look at the number one option to lead you to wins, bro. You look at the main man in the team to win the chip for you. You don't point the fingers at the role player. Oh, this guy's the biggest issue. When the number one option ain't doing what the number one option is supposed to do. I'm gonna put the responsibility on our world-class players to give us world-class performances. As a fan, yes, we can support them. I'm gonna support them. I'm not going into a game saying this guy's shit or I'm hate watching him. No, I want to see you perform because at the end of the day, if you perform at world-class level, is your success that equals my happiness. I want you, man, to be successful. I want you, man, to ball out. But we need to have a standard as a fan base, bro. We can't just be dropping our pants for anyone, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? As a fan base, we're too easy. We're too easy. If we was genuinely Chelsea fans, yeah, if there were girls, yeah, would be the biggest slags. The type of slags they'd be would be you just add them on Snapchat. You don't even have to show your face. Link me, you link them and chop. That's how we move as a fan base. We're so quick to give everyone these titles. World class, best in the world, XYZ, XYZ. Bro, so why can't I just have a standard? Give me 10 games. Give me 10 games as a world class level. I watch Lamine Yamal every week, 3 times a week. He's showing me those levels every week. He's a teenager.
That's another exaggeration though, because Yamal isn't 10 out of 10 every week, bro. Like, bro, these guys, listen, the only guys more time that will give you 9 out of 10 weekly, bro, yeah, was flipping Ronaldo and Messi, man. Yeah. There's only certain man that these guys were aliens. You know what I'm saying, bro? These guys were aliens. Players are not gonna be 10 out of 10 in every single game. It becomes a problem when you're seeing 5 out of 10 most of the time, 6 out of 10, some 9 out of 10s, but most of the time it's like average performances. That's why Enzo gets crashed a lot, because it's not consistent, right? But Caicedo, bro, with Caicedo, more time you're getting minimum 7, 8, right? Usually 8 out of 10 minimum. But now we've been seeing 6, 5. You know what I mean? Against Wolves, I thought he was probably an 8 or even a 9 against Wolves. It's going to a 6 again, a 5 again. That's not the Caicedo that we know. The Caicedo that we know is giving you at least 7, 8 out of 10 minimum, bro. Minimum.
Can you highlight that comment, yeah, that says about the 18 months? He's given us 18 months, yeah?
Where is it?
Oh, Caicedo's going to give us 18 months at that level. Where's the grace? I've never said...
What time was it?
Not just like a minute ago.
That's the Don's feeling target by CB's comments, bro. CB was saying a madness about Caicedo before I even came out saying anything about Caicedo like that. Yeah. Caicedo, he was going crazy saying he's the best midfielder in the world and that. So he's talking about himself right now.
It's true, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, prove it to me, bro. Why am I giving you this praise and you're not proving it? Someone's like, if you don't find the comment, look, he's saying about 18 months,
Yeah, go, keep going. I'm trying to find it. I can't find it.
18, no, it's calm, don't worry. About the 18 months, At the end of the day, and this isn't a fault of his own entirely. We was not when Caicedo joined us, we weren't in Europe at all. When we did qualify for Europe, we qualified for the lowest level of European football, the Conference League. It means fuck all. At the end of the day, in regards to it means fuck all in world-class conversations. I'm not rising the performances that you've done in the Conference League or when you weren't in Europe. You know, it's not enough. We can say it because we watch it. These man ain't watching 3 p.m. kickoffs and watching Chelsea versus Brighton at home. Like, realistically speaking, man will tune in for losing, but not the world isn't watching the random Premier League Chelsea game. They want to watch you when the world is watching. They watch you when it's goal time. Our homecoming to the Champions League against Bayern Munich, Allianz Arena. That is the world watching. He gave away a penalty. At Arsenal versus Chelsea.
There's context to that, though. There's context to that. I told you earlier, bro. Football's a mental game as well. That's man's first game in the competition, CB, and you go into the fucking Allianz, bro. Not everyone can handle that straight away, you know. I saw a lot of jittery players on that day. A lot of players were nervous, Caicedo included. You know what I mean? Because he was looking shaky at the beginning, and then he grew into the game. Right? That was a shaky foul. That was a rash foul again. You know what I mean? So you got to look at that as well. Right? I see Wesley. Let me even crash this guy. Yeah, big up Rico. Rico says Chelsea's especially Don always calling players world class is embarrassing, bro. The only Chelsea players I've called world class are Cucurella. I still believe Cucurella's world class. He had a little bit of a drop off, but he started to pick it up again. Right? Reece is world class in my opinion. Palmer is world class in my opinion, and Caicedo is world class in my opinion. They're the only 4 players. I haven't named any other players.
Who was that? Who did you say? Sorry, repeat that.
Cuckoo, Palmer, Caicedo, and Reece. Them are only 4 that I've called world class.
I agree. And now can I ask you a question?
Anyone else in this team world class, right?
Can I ask you a question?
Else in this team world class. Go on then.
Apart from Reece James, because I can't give you many like Reece James games where he's looked shit. We're just so used to Reece James playing at this high level that we even brush it. Like as a fan base, we don't really give him his flowers that we could. But when's the last time amongst those 3 world-class players, Palmer, Cucurella, Caicedo, where they've gone 2 months, a month, 2 months, maybe 3 months of just pure football? Oh my God! Every time I tune in, you're unbelievable. I can't believe you're real. It's a blessing to have you at the club. When's the last time we've seen that for a stretch of games?
For who?
For those 3 players, Cucurella.
That's what I'm saying. I think Reece was very consistent, bro. Caicedo, Reece, Cuckoo started the season off really well. Cuckoo is the first one that started to drop off before Caicedo. Yeah, but again, he's another one where bar of soap, there's only a bit of soap left. Man was just getting rinsed out by a fucking Maresca, bro. Getting 0 rest. Yeah, and you could clearly see CB that man's tired, bro. You know what I mean? I don't think man are understanding what level the Premier League is. Yeah. Me, I went 7-a-side the other day, CB. Bro, I was on their pitch 15 minutes. I'm blowing, right? I'm blowing, bro. I'm seeing Cuckoo doing things where I'm like, yo, Cuckoo don't usually play like this. That's why I've got to look at certain things like, yo, man are just getting rinsed out over here. Big pause on that as well, M16. Yeah. So Cuckoo had a bit of a drop off. But like I said, recent games, he's picked it up again. Caicedo, he's also had a bit of a drop off as well. But I think he'll pick it up again, right? This is natural. These things are going to happen. These things are going to happen, people. Yeah? If you think that Caicedo and Cuckoo are going to be 10 out of 10 every single week, with the amount of games we've got to play, you're just naive. You're just naive to believe that. That sounds like a you problem if you can't see these things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah? And that's where during these periods where guys drop off naturally, you have to support them. You have to back them because these are our best players, bro.
Bro, I'm not backing them. This is the thing that we need to realize, as the best players on our team, they already get the most praise from the fan base. They get the most love. They go into stadiums and everyone's singing their names. Man are wearing their kits. You know what I'm saying? On social media, they get the most followers, the most likes. They get the most comments or praise, love, whatever. In terms of praise, when it's the good times, they get the majority of all the love. They get the accolades. They're the ones that are getting FIFA Pro 11s and whatever highest ratings on FIFA. They get all of the praise. When we have shit games, let's be honest, yeah. When it's time to crash out on players as a fan base, majority of the energy doesn't go to those to the best players. It goes to the Netanyahus of the world. You know what I'm saying? Tommy Egan, you know, Jean-Paul Gusto. It goes to them, man. Let's be real. It doesn't go to the best players. So all I'm asking,
everyone's getting crashed though. These guys are getting crashed. Bro, Cuckoo was getting crashed for a second. Caicedo has been getting crashed. So I don't think anyone
get crashed. I'm saying in comparison to the best, to the rest, yeah, that get crashed, they don't get crashed the most. Let's be real.
Yeah, that's because it will be silly to overly crash Caicedo when he's one of our most consistent players, bro. Like you just have to be honest about it. You can't.
That's fair, but I'm not trying to compare them and saying they should get crashed the same amount. I'm making it clear that they get the most love from us as a fan base. That's what I'm trying to. That's the point I'm trying to make. So why, I'm not saying I'm not supporting them or whatever, but why, as a fan, can I not demand players that I think are world class, that the whole fan base think are world class, to play at a world class level? All I'm asking for is to play at the level we know you can play at for 10 games. Like, and I've clocked the player FC in our fan base is so crazy because all I'm asking for is for our world-class players to show up for 10 games and everyone's like, oh my God, CP, you're moving mad. How can you ask this? What are you saying? What, you hate our players? You want them, you got an agenda against our Caicedo and why the fuck would I have an agenda against our best players? I'm just asking you, man, to play at a world-class level for 10-game stretch when we need it the most. It's the business end of the season. We've got Arsenal, we've got Aston Villa, we've got Newcastle, we've got City, we've got United, we've got Liverpool, we've got Sunderland away, who right away just lost their first game at home this season yesterday. Spurs, like this, if they don't show up at those levels during the next 10 games, we're not qualifying for the Champions League.
Facts. And listen, I don't disagree with what you're saying, bro. Anyone that's trying to, you know, if we're gonna put these players on a pedestal, yeah, bro, they have to be able to live up to being on that pedestal, bro. And that's why when man try to say Saka's world class, and I'm like, brother, how can you man be calling this guy world class, right? But then you can't tell me, oh yeah, he's gonna help us, he's gonna drag us to a title. Yeah, you're saying all of these things about him, you know, being up here, but then the expectation for him is like this. You know what I mean? You got Palmer right now that scored double the goals of this guy, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with you. If we're gonna put a certain man on a pedestal, we have to expect them to be able to perform. I'm not disagreeing with that. But my overarching point is, even though we can expect that from these players, bro, whilst they're going through this rot, don't be abusing them, yeah? Don't be abusing them, right? Support these guys through this period. If you want to sell your stocks now and say Caicedo's not world-class, when he starts to perform again, don't come back saying Caicedo's the best in the world, because now you're flip-flopping. Now you're flip-flopping, bro, yeah? I'm only going to change my take. I'm only going to change my take about Caicedo not being world-class if he drops off a level for over a season now, he's not playing well, then you can say, okay, he's dropped off in it. But after a few games, man, are saying, oh, Don, what's your take on this? And, brother, relax, man, take a touch. You know what I mean? Take a touch, bro. I'm not changing my take on Caicedo right now. I'm
just saying, I'm not calling you that until you show me that for the next 10 games. I'm not calling any of them world class. Why are we giving you this praise and when it's goal time, you don't show? If you show up, I'll rightfully give you credit. I don't think that's...
No, sorry, Stevie. I have to stop you right there because I've had to start a few messages from Wesley, bro. I don't know if maybe you're listening to my takes underwater, bro. Yeah, or you need to clear out your ears, or you're in a cave somewhere and my voice is echoing. You can't understand what I'm saying, bro. Yeah, man said, why are you rating Palmer above Saka? And then you're saying we aren't in a title race because we are tired. Where the hell did I say we're not in a title race because we're tired? Where the hell did you see that or hear that? Where, bro? You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. People don't listen. I've said that we're not in a title race because we're tired. Are you actually listening to yourself? We haven't even spoke about the title race today. Yeah. And then he's saying here, you put us in a title race and said Arsenal's not to our level, man. Why are you doing this? Bro, I predicted Chelsea to be in a title race this season. I changed my take. Again, this is what Wesley does. Wesley likes to talk about takes, but then he won't talk about your new takes. Yeah. When we played, I'm going to draw him out real quick. I'm putting you right here. 364 people here. Yeah, 364 people here, right? Wes, I changed my take about Chelsea this season after we went to Leeds and to Bournemouth and we dropped points. I said, bro, I am not parading these men as title competitors, right? They are now a top 4 team because we went and played Arsenal with 10 men. We looked really good against Arsenal, right? And we failed 2 of the tests after that. All the receipts are there. Go watch the preview I did after Bournemouth, the review I did after Bournemouth. I said, bro, we're a top 4 team now. Unless these guys are up there in March, we are not in a title race. That's what I said. I changed my take, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah? And you're saying I said Arsenal's not to our level. Brother, I predicted Arsenal to finish above Chelsea. So what are you talking about? I predicted Chelsea to finish 3rd, Arsenal to finish 2nd. So what are you talking about? Yeah? My thing on Arsenal is they're a good team. I just don't overrate them the way like certain men do. You know what I'm saying? Certain men rate them like they're the Centurions, yeah? Or, prime Liverpool and that. I don't rate them like that. I think we could have honestly closed the gap this season, CB. Did you get it? And if you don't believe that, Wes, that's your opinion. You know what I'm trying to say, bro? But you need to stop doing this. Going back to old takes. You watch my content all the time, bro. Yeah? Relax. Take a talk, my brother. You know what I mean? But big yourself up. Big yourself up, man. But go on, CB. You carry on. I just had to talk about that because I see you.
But I want to make this clear, innit, with what I was saying about the 10-game challenge. Yeah? For me, like I know without Cole Palmer and Caicedo the last 2 years, we'd be with Spurs and that. I'm aware. They take us to levels that very, very, very high levels. Salute to them. I don't want to make it out like I don't appreciate what they've done for us as a club. I don't appreciate their talent levels, how high they play, the levels they play at, whatever, all of that stuff. I do. I've got a lot of love for them, man. But I'm saying is the business end of the season. We've dropped a lot of points. We've dropped 17 points from winning positions in the league so far already. Yeah. So it's like we don't have time to fuck around anymore. I've given you the fixtures so many times. You know what's coming. It's the time of the season where, at the end of the day, bro, your reputation is from the second half of the season. That's when people decide how good you are. It's not about how good you start a season. It's how you finish a season. Ousmane Dembele and them man PSG, they kicked off from January onwards. Them man were in playoff scraps in the Champions League. Man was thinking their project was dead and buried up until the second half of the season. So this is the time where you prove to the world that you're world class. Why can't I ask that, bro? Why is that something mad to say? I don't understand.
We've gone through that. I think we keep repeating that same point. You're right. Yeah. Anyone that's saying CB shouldn't have the standards of those players, you're just delusional, bro. Like you need to fix up because these players, we put them on a mad pedestal. We have to have expectations for them, and that's where I've still got expectations for Rosenior. We still need to get to Wembley for FA Cup, CB, bro. I want to get back there. Yeah. I want to go back to Wembley. I want to get to the semis for the Champions League. And let me say this very clearly for people like Wesley, bro. Yeah. The only chance of winning the Champions League is if we can keep our key players fit, right? It is not happening if we're having to depend on Shirley. It is not happening if Fofana goes and now we're having to go bring Toss in or bring Josh into the lineup. These things are not happening, bro. Right? We can keep Reece fit, keep Palmer fit, keep Caicedo fit. Even with guys like Lavia, we can somehow keep these guys fit, bro. I think we can beat anyone. Bring anyone. I'm comfortable playing them, bro. But I want to at least get to the semi-final of the Champions League, CB. And I don't want to be getting into top 4, not even top 5. I don't want to be getting into top 4, right? Through the back door like last season. Where it's like, yo, last game of the season against Forest, we have to beat them to make it. I want to be in there with 3-4 games left. Where it's like, yo, Chelsea are going to get in there now. We've done enough. You know what I'm trying to say, bro? We've done enough now, right? What's your expectations for Rosenior before we finish up, bro?
I've said already, bro. You got to get top 4 football and a trophy. If not, you can go in the summer. I don't care. I'm not giving you a preseason. None of that, bro. We ain't got time to tolerate. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, we took a big risk getting he's a less experienced manager than we would go for. Like, it's the same issue I had with Maresca at the time. It's not the standard that you'd want from a manager, like in terms of his credentials. I don't think he's a shit gaffer though. I think he's a great manager. I've seen things about him that I really enjoy. I like the 3-man midfield system. I like the way he's empowering the players. I like the way we're breaking down the low blocks, the way we're attacking. I'm seeing things that I am happy with. But if you don't get top 4 or a trophy, it's mind games. I'm a Chelsea fan. I go into every season wanting to win the league, no matter who the manager is, no matter what players we have in the squad. The moment that I go into seasons asking for top 4 and stuff like that, then that's me lowering my standards, and I can't accept that. I've gone into when I was 5 years old, we won the league. At 6, I saw 2 titles. At 10, I saw a 3rd Premier League trophy. I was in the stadium when we lifted it, 8-0 against Wigan. At 15, I saw another league title. At 17, I saw another. So it's like, why am I going to drop my standards and go into a season not wanting to win the league? So I say that to say I want to win the Champions League. As if I had to choose a trophy, I want to go to the latter stages of both the FA Cup or the champ. I'm Chels, bro. We've seen every time we've won the Champions League, it's been our seasons have been in disarray. Managers leaving mid-season, this and that. That's how it is. That history don't lie, bro. I'm not going into
devil's advocate. Let's play devil's advocate because you can have your expectation for Rosenior, fine. But let's talk about the context now. Let's say most of the games we see towards the end of the season, is like what we saw against Leeds, where man's coaching a 3-4-0 and the players just keep letting man down, right? Rather than him consistently making mistakes with his management, with his subs, with his lineups. What would be your take then? Let's say we was to miss out on, or like scrape top 4, top 5, or we missed out on it, and you're mainly looking at, against Newcastle, man, we're missing. Against this team, man, we're missing bare chances.
Like, I don't care, bro. I don't care. No, you're gone. I don't care. I don't care, bro. You're gone. Like it's a results-based business. Any discussion around keeping this manager and we don't get Champions League football. I don't even want to have conversations about missing out on Champions League football. There's 5 places. If we miss out on Champions League football, that's a disgrace. The man have to get sold as well. I don't care, bro. A lot of man ain't bigger than the badge, bro. I swear down.
And Star Slater, I keep saying, what happened to the internal solutions, broski? Is Santos not internal solutions? Yeah. Is Maresca not? With Rosenior, is he not using a different system with Enzo on the left? Are these not internal solutions? Right. We're not playing the left winger right now. These are all internal solutions that man's doing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But we'll finish up anyway on our, what we will do tomorrow in terms of how we will set up. Yeah. And everyone in the chat, make sure that you're getting involved. We've got 143 likes. Nearly 400 people here, people. 0 promotion, man. Make sure that you lot are smash up the likes. Big up David in the chat. See, David speaks football. Big yourself up, bro. Man like Lewis is here as well. Big up Lewis every single time. You know what I mean? But let's go through this. Let's go through predicted lineup, CV, or what you would actually set up. But let's go through what we should do, actually, before we go through predicted lineup. Because
I just want to say, every single time we've done this under Rosenior, I've got it wrong, bro. This guy, it's like he watches what I'm not doing, and he's like, we're definitely not doing that. I said, we never predicted the lineup correct under this gaffer, but
you know what he said though? He did say he's treating this. I'll be real, bro. He said he's treating this like a Premier League game. We're not going to be seeing, with that in mind, I don't think we're going to be seeing bare changes. Do you get?
I think we see Mamadou start. We see Mamadou start. We see Garnacho. We see Delap starting.
Wait, let me write down. Let me get this down here. Yeah. So, you saw you played him on the right side.
I don't know, whichever. I don't know. I just want to like kind of say the starters, and then we go from there. Like who will definitely play, and then we kind of fill in the gaps.
So, do you think Jorgensen will start this game?
Jorgensen ain't even been on the bench lately. He's giving bomb squad vibes. We got this other guy on the bench lately. I forgot his name.
I can't lie. Jorgensen's been alright with Rosenior though. Let's be real. He's actually been alright with Rosenior.
He's not been making the bench. When he played against Charlton, that was it, innit? That was his first game.
There was another game he played, man. Man City. That was before my man came. I thought against Man City.
That was before he came. He's been trying to force a move. He's been trying to force a move though. And he hasn't been making the bench. Like we've got Sharman Lowe on as the goalkeeper on the bench lately.
He played against Paphos as well. Yeah, he played against Paphos. He played against Man City, and he played against Charlton. And to be fair to him, like games, Jorgensen injured.
Apparently.
I don't know.
He did get injured against Paphos. Remember, he got injured against Paphos, and he hasn't made the bench since.
Oh yeah. But that came back as like there was. I don't think there was any injury confirmed after that. I think they said he's all right. He's all right after that, bro. That's the last update I saw about Jorgensen. Okay, but let's go with Sanchez in goal then. So when you say right back, you put Reece back in there.
You got 8-day rest, why not, bro?
I think we have to start Reece in this game, man. He's back training, and Gusto has been playing a lot recently. Let's give Gusto a little bit of a rest, man.
I'll say Hato left back.
Yeah, Hato's definitely playing this game. Rosenior's confirmed Cuckoo's going to be out.
Cuckoo's got a hamstring, bro. We're cooked, man. We're cooked now. Now we have to see whether Hato is. This is the opportunity we know now. If Hato is really the level required, because he's got a stretch of games now. We can't turn to Cucurella. We can't play him against lesser opposition. Now let's see what you're really saying. He had a good cameo against Leeds as well, actually.
Yeah. What we're saying for the other centre back then. Let us know in the chat as well, people. Who would you go with? Who would you go with, man?
Is Benoit fit?
Buddy, she was fit, yeah.
Yeah, then probably Badiashile.
Bro, this is the it's about Sarr, bro. I'm telling you, he reminds me of Buddy Shield so much. Just the right-footed version. I don't know if it's a good idea to play both.
That's not a good thing, isn't it? That's not a good thing. That's mad.
You know, bro, these men play like tranquilized brothers at the back. I'm telling you, bro. Yeah, they're bare calm, bare, like, what's the word? Nonchalant. They're bare nonchalant, bro. It's the same thing.
What do you think of Trevor Chalobah right now? You still don't rate him?
Bro, I listen, I think he's a squad player at best. That's it. I think we need better than him, innit? And if he gets flipped, he gets flipped. It is where it is. But if he stays in the squad, I think he can come in and do a job. I just don't want to be seeing him every single week.
That's fair. That's fair.
You know what I'm saying, how about you? You like Trev, innit? You like Trev.
I'm in the same stance. I'm in the same stance as you. Still, I think he's a squad player. I think if he was to partner him next to a serious centre half, you look alright. But him being the best centre back in the pairing is it's not good looking it.
Yeah, man. I'm not. Listen, I'm not comfortable with Sarr and Badi. She was starting together, bro. I'm telling you, that is just like.
Oh my god! I know who's playing next to Sarr, and man ain't gonna want to hear it. It's Tosin. Tosin's back.
So what are you? Okay, so
it's I don't know where you want to put Tosin. But Tosin is playing, bro.
So all right, cool. Tosin here, yeah, and then this is the thing. The thing about Sarr, bro, yeah, the best sort of profile you want to play with him is an aggressive centre back, man. You know what I mean? I'll be real with you. I think Fofana could start this game, bro, because he got rested the last game. He came on off the bench, CB. I think Fofana should start, man. Honestly, because Hull, yeah, bro, Hull. I'm hearing they're on good form right now. Yeah,
I hear it still.
I'm hearing Hull on good form right now, and they're going to be rocking, bro. They're going to be rocking because you have to remember this was his old team. Yeah, this was his old team, bro. This is like, Chelsea are coming to town. They see the stupid goals that we concede. Like, broski, they're going to be up for it. So personally, I would start Fofana and Sarr. That's what I would do. I would start Fofana, yeah. I'm putting Fofana in there, man. I'm not mad at that.
I'm not mad at that, still.
I'm putting Fofana in here, bro. And then I'll play Sarr. I'll start Sarr. This is the best balance, man. You need someone like a Fofana next to Sarr, because Sarr is not that aggressive, man. He's not that aggressive. He's more gets the ball, trying to punch it. He's very much nonchalant. That's the type of player he is. Fofana is the aggressor. We need someone like him at the back. Tosin and Sarr, I don't know about that. You know what I mean? And in the midfield, yeah, I mean, we're
no midfield depth, bro. Like, we have to keep running Enzo, Caicedo, or Andre through the ground.
Boy, we have to go again.
Rosenior said he's got a special plan for Lavia, so I don't see him starting a game anytime soon, bro.
Nah, he's not starting, man. Lavia's just training right now. He's not going to start. And then it will be this, man. It will be Enzo. I think that will be the midfield probably, again, because we've got a long rest. I think Shirley probably starts the game, unfortunately, bruv. Yeah, and then up top, you're probably looking at Delap. Because Pedro's been playing a lot, innit? Pedro's been playing a lot, yeah? I reckon Delap. And then on the right, I reckon Neto will start this game.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, guys. Just off seeing this team sheet, I'm cancelling my watch along tomorrow. I'm not watching this shit, bro. On a Friday. Man, it was Garnacho, Delap, and Neto front three, bro. Jesus Christ.
Man, smart off this head. That's it, yeah. That attack. Yeah, I need to get
no, seriously, bro.
I need to get a soundboard, bro. Hey, this is the reality, people. This is the reality of what they've done. There's no Gittins. Listen, big up Jesse Derry, innit? Because I want to see man on the bench. I want to see Derry on the bench. Yeah. But I think this is what the front three is going to be. Because let's be real, people. Pedro has been playing a lot of football, man. He started against Arsenal. He started against Leeds, right? That was within a few days. And we've got another match on Friday. I highly doubt he'll start again, man. I highly doubt he'll start again. I think he'll probably be Delap up top. That's what I think he'll be. But then who's on the bench? Pedro will be on the bench. Esteval will be on the bench. Hopefully Jesse's there. Who else, bro? Like, maybe that McQueen guy might get called up as well. You know what I mean? But this attack, hey, boy, this is what it's going to be, innit? This is what it's going to be, I reckon, man. This is what I reckon it's gonna be, CB, man. How you lot feeling? Where's Palmer? Man, I'm saying Palmer. Palmer played 90 minutes the other day. I don't think Palmer will start, man. I don't think Palmer will start the game. He played 90 minutes again the other day, bro. You know what I'm saying? We didn't really speak much about him today. Raksaki, bro. Raksaki's on loan. Raksaki's on loan. Play Esteval versus Hull. We can rest against Burnley. Or we could do this, CB, to be fair. We could do this because Esteval came off, innit?
Yeah. You think there's a world, yeah, where Netanyahu is getting benched 2 games in a row. You pull it. You Fabrizio there and then. You call Fabrizio there and then.
Bro, I think this is what we should do. I think this is what we should do, bro. You just bring Shirley off the bench, yeah. You have to have Esteval in that front lineup, bro. You have to have him in there, yeah. I'll start Esteval because again he came off the other day with like half an hour to go. I would start him in this game. Delap will most likely start people, right? Let's hope that he can get some confidence. And then Neto on the left because he came off the bench the other day. You know what I mean? So this is what I would go with. And then you bring Shirley off the bench. Yeah. The fact, people, I'm telling you, the fact that Rosenior is now would rather play Enzo on the left-hand side instead of playing Shirley, his days are numbered. His days are numbered. We just have to firm it for now. Yeah. His days are definitely numbered, bro. I'm telling you, in the summer, yo, it's going to be a party. When I say that here we go, I'm going to be here, bro. Yeah. I'm going to be here with some red wine. You know what I mean? Some red wine. I'll probably even eat on stream with you, man. Yeah, we're going to be having a party for over an hour. We'll just be talking here, chilling together with the man then, right? Because there's no way this guy should be here next season. There's no way. Yeah? Man are saying you forgot about Guillaume. Bro, I would play Guillaume in this game, but I think Delap will start ahead of him.
I'm hearing some crazy rumors about you. Shit, that just reminded me, bro.
What rumors?
If this is true, I might have to block you on WhatsApp, bro.
Go on, bro.
I'm hearing, yeah, you've got Delap stocks.
Yeah, I've still got my stocks in Delap. Yeah, I haven't sold them yet.
What do you mean still? How early have you had these Delap stocks?
From his days at Man City.
Oh, so you've watched a lot of him to rate him. You rate Delap.
Yeah. I've watched him from the youth days, bro. I've known about him from the youth days.
Bro. I swear on everyone in the chat's mom's life, yeah, I'm a better footballer than Liam Delap. I got better first touch than him. I can bet on the half turn. I can hold up play better than him. I'm better than him in the air. The only thing this guy has to get over me is athleticism. And that guy goes gym every day. They train every day. If I had a nutritionist that he had, if I had a scout analyst that told me areas in the pitch I can improve on and what my defenders that I'm going to face every week's weaknesses are, then and that as well. And I had a dietitian and I was training with the best coaches in the world who've got FIFA Pro, continental licenses and all of that. I'm telling you now, I will outscore Delap in the league. On my life, that guy's dead. He's dead.
Bro, listen, I'm not going to defend him right now.
I'll be real. I've clocked your thing, bro. I've clocked your thing. The amount of vim you had for Jackson, yeah, and you've got Delap stocks now in February with 1 league goal. I've clocked what you are, bro. You're on the Tommy Robinson thing still.
Nah. Yeah. I'm not Jimmy, bro. I'm not Jimmy. Relax. Nah, bro, listen. Hey, with Jackson, bro, you need to remember, I was fighting with guys that were trying to tell me he's dead and that. I said, bro, he's a dead finisher, but he's actually a good footballer. Yeah. I sold my stocks with that brother last season when his finishing just got worse, CB. It got worse, right? And man will say, oh yeah, at least Jackson was getting chances. Delap's movement is a bit shit and that. I agree. So far, Delap's movement has been poor. I think he's not been good enough, right? But when I sold my stocks, people, you will know when I've sold my stocks. Because I think do you think there's many circumstances that I'm not ignoring. I still feel like how this team plays, bro, yeah, it prefers playing with a 9 like a Jackson or 9 like a Pedro. We're yet to really understand how to play with this guy, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're yet to really understand how to play with. I'm telling you, even if we had Haaland in this team, CB, yeah,
no.
You know what I'm saying? Not recently. Not recently.
I'm not gonna let you bring Haaland in this to defend Delap, bro. Delap.
Let me finish what I'm saying.
A championship team. That's his level.
Let me finish what I'm saying. Recently, I think Haaland would be cooking in this team because we've actually been playing more down the middle. We're looking for our strikers a lot more, and that's where I'm gonna be less lenient on Delap. I'm saying overall, I haven't liked how the team have been playing with Delap, if that makes sense. Because, bro, I see this guy making a lot of runs in behind. Man, don't find him, right? But if I'm seeing Enzo doing it and I'm seeing Delap missing or Delap's not making the run, I will crash him. But when I'm seeing him making the runs, CB, before you come in, yeah? When I'm seeing man making the runs and guys aren't finding him, I will look at the team and say, bro, can we please find this man? Yeah?
Can we please find this man, bro? They're ignoring him for a reason. Let me ask, who has a better first touch, Jackson or Delap?
I'll probably say Jackson.
Who's got better hold-up play, Jackson or Delap?
Bro, you already know, bro, when it comes to the ball thing, Jackson's better than Delap, bro. I'm not saying he isn't. But I think... why is the energy for Delap? My thing has always been the chances that Jackson was getting, Delap will finish them because he's a better finisher. But in terms of all-round game, like, you can... turn a man and do all of that, bro. Come on, Jackson, Pedro, they're different profiles to Delap. Yeah,
but Jackson's a better goal scorer than Delap.
Those guys are even better at Haaland than doing that, bro. You get it? But
so we're accepting, yeah, cool. The outside of the box, the all-round game, Jackson's a better player than him. Cool. So we sacrificed the better player, yeah, for somebody who's an inferior player. Yet Jackson is still a better goal scorer than Delap.
Bro. We've got João Pedro who replaced Jackson, right?
No,
that is the problem.
No, Delap replaced Jackson, bro.
Jackson is the direct replacement for sorry, not Jackson. João Pedro is the direct
Jackson replacement, bro. Delap was the Jackson replacement, bro.
João Pedro is the better, right? Is the replacement for Jackson.
Jackson, João Pedro.
Delap was brought in. Hold on, let me finish, bro. Delap was brought in as an additional profile. They're different profiles. Yeah, you need, bro. You can't have a Jackson and a João Pedro. That don't make sense. Yeah,
yes, it does. Them two together would be beautiful. That would be imagine if we could have Jackson, Palmer, João Pedro together, and they were just interchanging throughout the pitch. The football will be so fluid. We'll score so many goals. We'll link up play at such a high level. Like that is what that's the dream, bro. That Delap robbed us of that dream.
My dream is that this team start to supplement this guy a lot more, for this guy's movement to improve in the box, right? And for me to be saying, yo, you man, this is the Delap that I was watching. Because the Delap that I've been seeing at Chelsea, bro, is not the Delap that I recognize. There's a few games, like the Man City game, I thought he did well. Against Fulham, I thought he did well. But overall, he hasn't been good enough. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Overall, that's what I'm saying. If anyone wants to crash him or crash me about it, fine. But if you man have sold your stocks or you never had your stocks, fairs. But when I sell my stocks, you will know. You will know. But as it is right now, I'm just giving him a little bit more time, innit?
I'm looking at the league table, yeah. Jackson, obviously, I mean, Delap obviously don't start for Arsenal, City, Villa, United already. He don't start for Liverpool.
Can we not do this? Can we not do this?
He don't start for Brentford. He's not better than Barry at Everton. He don't start for Newcastle.
Come on now, man. Come on, man. He starts at Everton. He starts at Everton, bro.
Oh, Barry's better than him. Barry's better than him. Barry's better than him. Tierno Barry. He's a better striker than him, bro.
Bro, please. He starts at Everton. He would go to Everton and he'll start. Like, Everton are not a possession style team. Everton, you have a lot more space there.
Barry is clear of him, bro.
Nah, man, I don't know about Barry.
Even Beto is as well.
Better than Barry. Even Beto's better than Barry.
Even Beto's better than Delap too.
Beto's better than Barry, but he doesn't start games.
Look at from time we're debating their strikers, yeah, of Everton Football Club, yeah, in regards to Delap. That shows you he's not of the level of Chelsea. He shouldn't be here whatsoever. He has no business being at the football club, and that's okay, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't have no personal issues with him. I don't think I'm not onto him and whatever. But brother, you're out of your depth, and it's okay, innit? It's even a massive that you made it here.
He's drowning, CB. Because he's at a bigger club now. He's at a club where it's possession style football. You know, he's not got as much space as what he had before, and that's why, bro, he needs to work on his movement in the box, because his movement in the box so far has been poor. You know what I mean, bro? It's been poor, especially now when I'm seeing Cuckoo and Gusto overlapping, bro. You have to be doing better in the box. You have to be doing better. But at the same time, CB, what I want is for the likes of Palmer and the likes of Enzo, when they're playing with him, you need to be making it your goal to keep playing him the ball. The amount of times I kept seeing João Pedro getting the ball centrally, I need to be seeing the same with Delap, bro. Yeah, I need to be seeing the same with Delap. And then when Delap's fucking about missing, I will crash him, bro. I will crash him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But again, people, listen.
You said he was a different. He was a different
Sell your stocks. Don't worry about me, bro.
Let me just one last thing about this Delap thing, because I know we're going way past time, yeah?
Yeah.
He said obviously he was a different profile, yeah, but I feel like our fan base misprofiled Delap. Everyone was under the impression that this guy was some sort of target man. He can't hold the ball up. He's not good in the air. He don't win any aerial duels. No matter where you are on the pitch, he can't head the ball. He's never scored a header in the Premier League. Facts. You can go check that. So, what was the profile that he was that was different?
Yeah, I think when man I say he can't hold up the ball, bro, like the Delap that I know, right? The Delap that I watched a lot, knows how to trap the ball, bro. Even when he came on the other day, yeah, there was a turn that he did, CB. He trapped it. He played it to, I think it was Shirley on the left. Against Fulham, bro. He was our best attacker that first half.
Yeah, minimum,
he kept finding Neto in behind. Yeah. Again, mental, bro. It could be a confidence thing as well, right? When you're not confident on the pitch, I'm telling you, bro, your touch is like a trampoline. It's like a trampoline. When you
see the mental stuff that you keep talking about.
You've played. Let's be fair now, because there's a lot of people in the chat that probably ain't played to the level that you played at, or the level I've played at, bro. Yeah. When you're having a bad game, or when you can hear man chatting shit about you on the sideline and whatever, man are trying to crash you, bro, you don't even want to get the ball, because every time you get in the ball, yeah, you're
overthinking. You're not overthinking. You're thinking, fuck, like,
yeah. When I watch Delap a lot of the games, I'm like, yeah, this guy's rattled. He's gone. Because the way man's touching the ball, this is a man, yeah, that was reading the comments before the game, and now he don't even want the ball no more, bro. You know what I'm saying? This guy is not confident at all. His confidence is on the floor, bro. You know what I mean?
So how much time would you give Delap to turn things around?
I already said, bro, second half of the season, I think he'll be better. If he doesn't improve, I'll come here and say I was wrong. You know what I mean? But if it was to sell him in the summer, I'm not gonna cry about it, depending on who we replace him with, right? But if it was to keep him again, I think we can still make our money back, bro. Of course we can.
I think we can break even at best. But okay, how many league? Because he's on one league goal right now in February the 12th.
Yeah, man, I say you're losing it. You see, Gamer, you're my guy. You're one of the day ones that was on this channel, yeah. What I'm saying is facts, bro. Like I don't know if you've played football before, bro, but I'm telling you, when man are crashing you and you can hear them on the side, it fucks up your game, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Your confidence is on the floor. You start to see, man. I remember, Mason Mount, CB, when Mount was going through that rough period when we finished 12th, yeah? Brother, I was seeing this guy in every single game hiding behind players, bro. He was hiding because he was shit. Every time he's getting the ball, he's just losing it. Remember that game against Fulham when João Felix was playing, bro? Yeah, the amount of times Mount was just losing the ball. Confidence is a thing. Confidence is a thing, bro.
You know every game, bro. Like at the end of the day, you're a professional footballer. Like you said something earlier about when we were talking about Caicedo being world class and like the biggest stage, and you was like, oh, for context, like he's never been in the Champions League before. He's nervous. He's a world class player, bro. These men are like they're gonna play in the World Cup. That's the biggest stage of football.
Caicedo never played Champions League, bro. Away from that game, he's never played Champions League.
But you're world class. You should be ready for it. Like you can't use that.
It don't matter if you're world class. If you get brother, Haaland stepped up the other day to take the penalty, right? When he done his interview, he literally said, I was nervous. When I was about to
deliver, though. Do you see the difference? You can be nervous, but you can deliver. You can still deliver.
My point is just because he's world class doesn't mean he's not human, bro. You get? Just doesn't mean he's not human. You know what I'm trying to say, bro? Yeah. And a gamer, you even imagine, you need to DM me because I don't think that's the same person that I know. You know what I mean? This is a different gamer that I keep seeing in the chat. You know what I'm saying, yeah? But like I said, bro, listen, I'm not selling my stocks yet of Delap. We'll see how he gets on between now and the end of the season. Hopefully, he plays a big part in us getting top 4 consistently, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? But I'm not going to ignore the intangibles of the game, bro. I can tell when a man's not confident on the pitch, bro. I can tell, right? I can tell, bro. I've seen this with many players from different teams, not just Chelsea players. I've seen it my whole time watching football. This guy's off it today. He don't look confident today, bro. He's lost his head. You know what I mean? But again, you man that have sold your stocks, I'm not going to overly defend Delap. I'm not even defending him right now. I'm just saying I'm not selling them yet. And when I do sell them, man will know when. You know what I'm saying? Man will know when, bro. Yeah. But CB, we'll finish up there anyway, man. Listen, that was the quickest 1 hour and a half. Yeah.
I enjoyed this one.
Enough. A gamer, I'm telling you, I don't know what's turned into gamer. Gamer's turned it into he's rebellious these days. He's hella rebellious these days, bro. But big up CB. What was he about to say, bro?
I said I enjoyed this one still. I actually enjoyed this one.
That was solid, man. Listen, we've got nearly 400 people here, man. It's been a serious show, people. It's been a serious show, man. Man said All love, bro. I'm still the same gamer. I don't know about that. You know what it is? I'm gonna do a call-in soon, yeah, and we're gonna talk. I'll get you on. I'll DM you and I'll say, gamer, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Come on the show, innit?
About all of us, yeah. All the creators I chat to, yeah. Everyone loves a bum, innit? Everyone's got their bum that they go to war for. You like the lap, Rob likes Garnacho, I got Gusto. Like everyone has that guy. Like it's like I've clocked it though, but I'm surprised because you're a football man. You actually know ball. I think your football mind is actually very underrated. You know ball. I'm shocked that you rate the lap, bro. I'm super shocked. There's man on Sunday League 5 that are better than the lap.
You know, it is for me, CB. Like, big up Patrick says, I'm with you, Don. Context matters. Bro, when people sell their stocks with certain man, like Shirley, there's no context that you could tell a man. Like, even with me, like, I've sold my stocks with him. I understand it. But I just try to be as fair as much as I want. You know what I mean? I try to be as fair as much as I can be, because I'm sorry. I can't ignore the fact that Delap had the biggest injury of his career so far, has barely played with Palmer, was in a system, where we're not really creating many clear-cut chances, right? In a system where we're not really playing down the middle until now, yeah? So I'm looking at all of these factors and I'm like, bro, I'm yet to see a system which really benefits this guy. You know what I mean? But at the same time, he also needs to improve. I'm looking at both sides. I'm trying to be fair. You know what I'm saying? But people, make sure that you're checking out Jersey FC Soccer Shop, like I've said, man. Yeah, as you can see, the top on the second row is the one that I've got. Don CFC at checkout, people, for 20% off. Make sure that you're checking them out. But CB, have you got anything coming up, my bro? Anything today, like tomorrow?
No, tomorrow, watch along. And yeah, man, every day, bro. I'm trying to just do this every day, streaming, giving it a go, innit? Yeah, literally. But tomorrow, watch along. Make sure you man are there, man. I'm gonna give you man a good show, 6-hour streams. So yeah, enjoy that one.
Big up, people. Big up, man. But listen, Jem is live right now, people. I think it's called Kings of the Bridge. That's his channel. So make sure you put a little Don raid in there, people. Make sure that you're subscribing to Jem as well. Real one, man. If anything, I'm gonna try and get Jem on the show on Sunday. I'll see if he's about. But yeah, people, every Thursday, me and CB are gonna run something. Like I said, CB, next week I'm not gonna be about probably till the evening. So I'll let you know in it. So I've got a few things going on.
Yeah, no worries, bro.
But listen, people.
You know me, I do the late streams anyway. I stream from like 6 to 11. So
yeah. You do the late thing. You do the late thing, man. But hey, listen, people. Don raid on Jem's chat right now, man. In a bit. Bless. Love.